What we do here is
welcome one, welcome all, we're back. The Lions soon to be rebranded or taken on the Bucks. And there's nothing special about this team to me. They just they hold no place for me in my heart. No relevance to them at all whatsoever, right guys? Well, the Bucks are really good this year. They retooled really well, better than I think anybody else could have. And they've got Tom Brady, but guess who's going to score first? Waiting this field goal right here. And it's good. Detroit scores first at home in the Motor City. You see Colt McCoy holding there. Really surprising we don't have our punter. I don't know why we don't ever seem to do that. Well, now Tom Brady getting ready to do his work on us. And on 1st and 10, we're going to go ahead and force him to throw out. 2nd and 10 now. Tom Brady, you know he's looking to go ahead and check down, and he does. That's going to be probably a first down there. Let's see what they mark it. No, 3rd and inches actually. Okay. One chance to get him off this field and get our boys back on. Tom Brady alone in the gun here. Looks like man in motion. Going to be trips left, bunch set. And he's going to find Mike Evans, and Mike Evans just shrugs his way into the end zone and falls down. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, now we're down 3-7 as we take on the Bucks here. You know, I didn't expect us to win this game in the first place, but I mean, come on. I want to see us really play well here. And how about on 3rd down, a run to Kerryon Johnson going nowhere because nobody blocked. Well, on 4th down, you know we got to go ahead and go for it. Down 4 against the Buccaneers. Throw this one across the middle, and that was a bad throw. Amendola gets hit hard by 2 people. Crowd's booing. They don't like that. I don't like it either. I'm booing. You can hear me in the booth up there booing. Now Tyler Huntley gonna somehow get this for a first down. Terrible throw, terrible balance. I don't know why in the world we were ever that close to the out-of-bound marker. 3rd and 5 now for T. Hunt. And throw a little screen pass to Kerryon, and Kerryon doesn't get the blocking he needs. I've seen that too often where our guys on the outside just don't seal blocks well enough. Well, now 3rd and inches again, another 3rd down situation, and T. Hunt's gonna drop back and roll out. I see a man open. So does he, but guess who gets broken up? That's Kenny Golladay. Kenny Golladay still hasn't been re-signed yet, and I'm thinking at this point, he may not be coming back. Now we're going to find TJ Hawkinson on 4th and inches. It's going to get to about the 13-yard line. And, you know, I'm going to go ahead and kind of while this is going on and the gameplay is going, break character. I don't know if I can really say it's character. Haven't necessarily fallen in love with it. Oh gosh, there's a fumble there. Fallen in love with the Hollister MacIntyre character yet. I'm going to try to figure out really in the offseason how to, for Season 2 redone, to kind of figure out how I want to incorporate the MacIntyre bloodline. It's definitely incorporating Olympia players. But I've been thinking, and I think Season 2, I'm going to go ahead and do full games. I'm not sure how long I'll make the quarters, but I'm going to do the full games instead of this kind of key moments. Try to do a full game, and then, oh my gosh, another big hit there. So I just think that'll make the series more consistent. It'll flow better. And I really want to play these games, especially when I start getting my own personnel in, because I'm really starting to enjoy Madden more and more, even as other people hate it more and more. But like I said, we've got some Olympia players being drafted this year. So there's your Olympia connection as Dante Pettis makes a huge catch. Dante has been a great addition. And they're going to be more, I don't think in Season 2 there will be any Olympia draftees, because if you remember, really nobody graduated or went pro that year that was a standout. Year 3 is definitely going to have those core 3, you know, the Dusty Hales, the Prince Lefataupow, the Lance Roach. And then year 4, obviously, we'll see what happens. Obviously, that's in play right now, so no telling on that one. But that's going to be the draft lineups for a while. This first one, I'll go ahead and tell you one of the names that's being drafted. Wide receiver Donald Gillett. We're going to play that one off a little bit. Obviously, I'm not just going to draft Olympia players, but I wanted to go ahead and just kind of give this update as we wind down this season. I'm actually going to just break character for the rest of the episode just because, I don't know, it's a bit difficult to keep a character that at the moment really has no ties, and the way I've done this series so far has been pretty bad in my opinion. So we're going to break character. We're going to kind of hit a reset for this episode. And coming up in the future, it's going to be Hollister MacIntyre's Madden 21 franchise with the Detroit Lions, except it won't be the Detroit Lions anymore. Will be the Utah Monarchs, or Salt Lake Monarchs, I believe it is. But yeah, that's going to be kind of what this series is going forward from here, and I think that'll be easier, especially once there's some Olympia players in the system. We've got some custom recruits. So we get into game 2 here against the Minnesota Vikings. This is the last game of the season here, week 17, and I really wanted to end this one with a victory. I know that for a draft position, that's dumb, but I kind of thought, you know, if I go ahead and win here, that's momentum for season 2. And I don't want the #1 pick. You're going to see, we've already looked at him. Austin Belton is the far and away #1 pick. You pick him, you've got your QB of the future. I mean, it's a pretty much guaranteed thing. As far as you can, at least guarantee something like that. It's like Trevor Lawrence. But I'm not going to be able to draft him. Unless he falls to me. If he falls to me, yes, I will pick him. Obviously, you're not going to... It's not realistic to miss out on a player like that if he's right in front of you, even if you have a decent quarterback already. But I'm not going to trade up for him. I'm not going to try to pick him. I think I don't have what it takes to trade up for a guy like him. Nobody's giving up that pick. Listen, if Austin Belton's available, you're not giving up that pick. The Jaguars are not giving up their pick to get Trevor Lawrence. It's not going to happen. So that's where I'm at. Still got to find a quarterback, and I'm probably going to have to overdraft a quarterback. And that's kind of fun. It's fun for the series to be a bit harder. I don't know if you've seen that in Olympia. I enjoy not winning every game. I enjoy not drafting or recruiting the best players. It's not realistic, especially at Olympia, you know, where you start up college in Utah. You're not going to recruit a bunch of 4-stars or even a 5-star. And here, you know, in the Detroit Lions series, Detroit Lions, and then especially expansion franchise, you know, when it becomes, or not expansion, I guess, but relocation franchise, Salt Lake City Monarchs. Okay, yeah, you can tank, but still, it's not super realistic. So that, I don't know, that's just kind of my mindset going into this. As you can see, we're actually having a pretty good game here while I'm talking over it. Tyler Huntley's really surprised me. He's a really low-rated player, but he plays super well, and here he is not playing super well, unfortunately. And this one might actually go back for 6. How funny is that? Look at that D lineman outrunning Kerryon Johnson. That's going back for 6. That's insane. You know what's funny is that reminds me, I believe it was the Vikings that did that to the Cowboys one year. I'll have to see if I can find that. He like blocked the field goal and then Big Boy took it back for 6. What else? What else to update this series? We're doing the off-season draft I think next Friday? Next Friday night. We're going to do off-season draft and we're going to do some preseason games. I really am excited for preseason. There's some guys on this team I really am excited for. There's some free agents I'm really looking to get. And then the draftees. I think I've got my idea of how I'm going to draft players. Another thing I need to really look to do is I need to make my custom playbook. I've got it set up. I've got all the plays I want in it. I really need to test it out though, and I need to set it up to where there's, you know, on 1st and 10 run this, on 1st and long run this. I don't have that set up yet, so it's not like I can just run based off coach game plan. I'd have to specifically run off formation, which is fine. That's how I do Olympia, but I kind of like the idea of running off coach game plan, personally. Alright, well, let's get back into the game here. With 3 minutes left, we're actually in position to win this game. Kerryon Johnson getting a nice block there. He's going to take this one for about 20 yards. And that just about ices it. I mean, you know, one more first down and we'll have this game wrapped up. As Minnesota's going to have to start taking time out soon. And even if we get in field goal range, we can go ahead and ice it with a field goal. So, 1st and 10 here. A deep throw out, and that's picked off. I'm not sure what I was thinking throwing the ball there. I had a chance to win the game, and instead, for some reason, I throw it. And now the Lions get the ball back with 2 minutes left, and Kirk Cousins has a chance to make a comeback here. Gonna need 6, though. Throw to Kyle Rudolph. He'll get about 8 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 2. As really our defense is giving fits to Kirk Cousins. I'm excited to not simulate, especially too much. I might simulate a game or 2 in the season. I'm not sure on how exactly I'll do that yet, but as far as gameplay, I'm excited to not sim. Here we are with 3rd and 1 after a 1-yard stop, and I expect they'll go ahead and just go for the first down here. No, they're actually going to throw it deep. Deep throw that gets broken up and almost picked off. That would have ended the game right then and there. And now we're at 4th and 1. Surprising we might actually be able to hold them. Kirk Cousins going to drop back here, hold it. Throw it across the middle, and that's dropped, and Detroit Lions will be taking this game. Let's go. Pretty exciting there. I'm glad to get a win. Really good momentum going into Season 2 redone. And let's go ahead and jump into prospects. So first of all, let's actually go and sign some free agents. And you can see we already have our new uniforms and names. Deron Harmon didn't like the offer, so that won't get him. Tyler Huntley, I'm going to offer him a 5-year deal. I think he'll be a solid backup for us. He's really grown a lot as a player in just year 1. Getting him on a bit of a dime here, but nobody else is really going to sign him probably. Taylor Decker, I'm going to try to re-sign here with an $18 million deal. He'll take it. I think that's fair. Matt Prater, try to give him $7 million for 2 years. Might have gone up a little higher on that, and he's going to go ahead and spite me and go to free agency. And then I try to undercut the franchise tag with Kenny Golladay by giving a $15 million 1-year deal, and of course he doesn't accept it. I wouldn't either. So instead we'll have to give him a franchise tag $18 million deal. Probably look to tag and trade on that one. Looking at recruits, we got Ben McIntyre, and he's a mid-3rd round prospect with really good spec catch. He's tall too. Really looking at him as an interesting later round pick. Braden McGee from Hawaii. He's a little shorter, but he has really good spec catch and really solid just normal catching. I think he would be a good end zone threat. Moving on, we've got Delonte Turk, wide receiver. He's 5'9", and he runs a really good deep route, so he's a burner for sure. Not exactly sure where he fits. His 3 doesn't really fit, I think. Here's Donald Gillett from Olympia. Really good catching, decent releasing, and he's good medium, which I really don't like medium routes. It's kind of like taking along too. Ernie Stikchelski, he is a tight end. That's a possession tight end. Really good catching. You can see he's actually gonna. He's a black hole of catching. He's gonna catch the ball. Tight end Craig Ramsey from Southern Arkansas, 23 years old, late 4th, but he looks like he can really catch too. Guy that if he has good blocking would be a good pick for the position. Bruce Bolden at left outside linebackers generating a lot of noise. He's 22 years old, and he's a really good speed rusher, but he also can run stop a little. So let's go ahead and move on, and we'll look at some things here. We got Offensive Rookie of the Year actually going to Tyler Huntley. Way to go. I did not expect that at all, but well deserved. He played really well. Jeff Okudah is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. That one doesn't surprise me. That guy's a beast. He was balling out. Let's keep going down the list here, and getting 3rd for best wide receiver would be Dante Pettis, who was absolutely worth the trade. Loved watching him play. Can't wait to see him develop even more. And then Jeff Okudah is going to go ahead and take 4th best defensive back, even though he did get Defensive Rookie of the Year. Moving on a little further, we're going to have Matt Prater, who wins best kicker actually. He was a really solid kicker for me, and I regret not giving him a better deal. He'll be walking. We'll see if we can pick him back up in free agency. And looking at the Pro Bowl, Dante Pettis actually did make the Pro Bowl. And you can see Marvin Jones down there actually made the Pro Bowl as well. Unfortunately not for us. But Dante making the Pro Bowl, that's really exciting. And looking ahead, the Green Bay Packers are taking on the Indianapolis Colts for the Super Bowl. Definitely didn't see this coming. No Phillip Rivers, no problem for the Colts. And Green Bay would actually go ahead and win it. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is a beast for the Packers. He'll win the Super Bowl MVP. And let's go ahead and look a little further into the future here, a little free agency. We're going to try to sign John Feliciano and Jordan Ta'amu. Jordan Ta'amu is going to be like a 3rd string backup competing with Tyler Huntley for the job. And then I just thought Jordan Feliciano was a good, solid pick. We're going to send off Kenny Golladay on that franchise tag to the Ravens, who are really in a win-now mode for a 3rd, 5th, and 7th pick. And I think that's really going to set us up nicely for the draft. So thanks for watching, guys. Hollister will be back in Season 2, and we'll do the draft next week. Bye-bye.